Have you ever faced a situation where your web crawler just won't stop, even when it encounters an error? It's frustrating, right? If you've been working with Scrapy and run into this issue, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to tackle how to force Scrapy to exit when there's an exception. I completely understand how annoying it can be when your crawler keeps running despite encountering errors. You're not alone in this. Many developers face similar challenges when working with Scrapy. Let's dive into the specific question at hand. One user recently asked, "Is there a setting that I can use to force Scrapy to stop when there is an exception?" They mentioned that their logging module throws an error when handling Chinese characters, but the crawler continues running. Sound familiar? Let's explore this together. So what's happening here? When Scrapy encounters an error, it may not always terminate the process, especially if the error is caught and logged. This can lead to missing critical exceptions that could affect your data collection. And stick around. I have a crucial tip at the end that will help you manage exceptions in Scrapy more effectively. To force Scrapy to exit when an exception occurs, the user should start by overriding the default behavior in the pipeline. This can be done by implementing a custom pipeline class. Next, within the process item method, the user should add a try except block. This will allow them to catch any exceptions that occur while processing items. After catching the exception, the user should raise the exception again. This will signal Scrapy to stop the crawler immediately. Finally, the user should ensure that their custom pipeline is enabled in the settings.py file of their Scrapy project. This will ensure that the pipeline is used during the crawling process. Fun fact: did you know that the first web crawlers were simple scripts that could only handle plain text? We've come a long way, but handling exceptions still requires careful coding. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. One alternative solution involves modifying the process item function in your spider. You can catch exceptions when inserting your data and stop the spider if a specific exception occurs. That's all on that answer. Let's take a look at another one. One alternative approach is to raise a close spider exception in your spider callback when you catch the specific exception you're concerned about. Another option is to call crawler.engine.closeSpider with a reason if you have access to the crawler and spider objects, such as in an extension. You can also hook this into the spider error signal to handle errors more effectively. Here's that crucial tip I promised. Always test your error handling in a controlled environment before deploying your crawler. This will save you from unexpected issues in production. And there you have it. You now know how to force Scrapy to exit when there's an exception. Remember, effective error handling is key to successful web scraping. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more tips and stay tuned for our next video on optimizing your Scrapy performance.